Hello, welcome back to the third installment of the FitzCast. Today we're joined by Yousef, Jack, and Zach. Yousef's a UNC commit. He's playing basketball there. Jack's committed to Tufts University next year for baseball, and Zach is no clue yet.
Yeah.
So you guys want to give a little bit of information about yourselves, introduce yourselves?
I think the Division 1 commit should go first. So Yousef, take it.
All right, okay. Yeah, so just recently so the North Carolina coach committed me. Well, it's funny because it's a funny story because before in year 10, I didn't play basketball. Then
Yeah, that is a funny story. I do remember this one. Go on.
Yeah. Tell them how it went.
Yeah, then I tore both ACLs in year 11. Wait, hold on.
I can't hear Brendan. Brendan, you're muted.
So yeah, Yousef, you tore both ACLs. That must have been a pretty gruesome injury, no? Was that at the same time or like separate occasions?
No, so in year 11, I tore them playing. There was like a tryout, and then that's when it happened. So then I was out for like a year. But year 12, I started to get back stronger, much stronger. So then I trained like harder and everything. I also got my vertical up, so there's like leg workouts. Like I just been grinding all season trying to get back to where I was. And yeah, that's when I first got noticed by like 7 D3 schools, which was kind of shocking because because I've only basically been playing proper basketball for a year, so I didn't realize I'd get that many like interests. But then I decided, since D3 is like kind of easy, I wanted to go to like
You just wanted to go D1 instead. So how did you go?
No, I know it sounds like I'm like, I don't want to say the word, but like cocky, but it was like what I thought was best for me.
Yeah.
So then I like worked out a lot, as I mentioned, played basketball every day for like 4 hours. And then North Carolina, they didn't reach out to me. There was like a coach playing at Damak who used to play there, and he saw that I had like talent and stuff. So then he kind of gave me this guy's email, and he told me to reach out to them, which I did. And then I had to send like videos, and they flew me out to North Carolina to go to a tryout, which I went there's like 5 months ago. And I played a game there, like more than one game. But there's this one game where I like went like sicko mode, and the coach was really surprised. And so I think 4 weeks later, I got that offer, and I actually couldn't say no because I really wanted to go to North Carolina.
Yeah, understandably. Your dad is an alumni there, right?
Yep. Yeah. So that was one of the main reasons I wanted to go, because my dad graduated there. He was gonna get drafted, but then he also tore his ACL, but he also torn there was this ligament in his shoulder which stopped, like he couldn't get back to normal, so he couldn't make it. But hopefully I change that story and make it.
Yeah, hopefully. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong as well. You have a broken ankle right now, right?
Yeah, so it's crazy because as soon as I literally committed to North Carolina, it's like maybe 2 months later, we were playing 5v5, and I fucking sorry for the bad language, but I fractured my ankle trying to get a rebound. So now I'll be out for like maybe 3 to 5 weeks. but I'll get back stronger as I did. I can clearly do it as I got a D1 offer in like 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, going from
Yeah.
having only D3 offers to a couple weeks later having, all these different D1 offers and committing to UNC, like that's pretty inspirational. So I definitely foresee you having a pretty quick comeback
Yeah.
from your broken
Honestly.
ankle. Yeah, and Jack, so how did your recruiting process go with like Tufts and everything in baseball? How did that all work?
Yeah, I'm not a Division One athlete like yourself and Yousef, unfortunately, but coming from Dubai, baseball was playing baseball was always difficult. And when I go to play in the summer, I would feel like I was always playing catch up with the kids there. They'd been playing like much more competitively for months on end, and I was only getting to play a game once a week, and my season was completely the opposite to theirs. And so like I was having to put in work at odd timings compared to our baseball season in Dubai. But sophomore year, I started taking baseball a lot more seriously, and then it came like I came to my junior year. I was struggling with some things like mechanics wise, pitching, and I managed to fix them over the summer. And I went to a few showcases at camp, and I played in the summer. Things went well, and like from there, I've been progressing pretty significantly. So I managed to. I had one of my coaches help me a lot with reaching out to schools, and I got a few. I got in contact with a few coaches, and I really liked the coach at Tufts, and he obviously said I had to get into the school first, which was tough, but I managed to do it, and then he gave me a roster spot, so I'll be headed there next year, and I'm really glad that it all worked out, especially coming from here, because baseball is obviously a really difficult sport to get out and play at a competitive level in the U.S., especially coming from a place like Dubai, because it's not that big of a sport over here. So I don't have all the tools like the kids in the U.S. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're definitely very limited, especially on like from a coaching standpoint, just because you don't have all that experience with the coaches here. They're mostly just volunteer coaches. Unlike Steve Fish, what was he, a scout for some MLB team for a little bit, or still is, or something?
The Red Sox, he's like manages the Asia Pacific region, and like I mean, my season is probably double the length of a kid in the U.S. because I start in October and I end in like August or July or August, and they start in like February and end at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, that's lucky then. And what about you, Zach? How's your search for colleges been going?
There were just some technical difficulties. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. Okay.
I just want to say I'm proud of you, Jack. I didn't say it to you in person properly, but he secured the bag, and that's my boy right there, making money moves.
Okay.
For real.
Yeah. So how's it going with you, Zach? Are you planning to play soccer in college still, or are you just gonna kind of do it on the side and maybe try to go pro later on, or how's that all working?
I don't actually know. Like I'm most probably gonna end up going to play like football in uni, but I got some offers, but I'm trying to get some out more in the West. For that, I got So it depends. It's all about the timing,
Yeah, definitely. Do you have like do you have a couple offers already, like that you've like for schools that you've applied to, or are you still kind of waiting on some?
I'm talking to a couple that I applied to and I got into the school with some help from my coaches and everything else. So the talks are going well. So I probably will get some. I'd probably get an offer in some of those. But I got a lot. I got some D3, D2, and NIAI. What is it? NAIA?
Oh, NAIA, yeah.
And NIAIA Division 1. So I don't know what that's in NCAA. I recently thought it was just a Division 1 offer, but it was I read it wrong probably on the site. Yeah. That's what's up so far.
Oh, that's good. I mean, from what I've gathered from doing my research, the NAIA is the National Athletic Intercollegiate Association. So it's like
Yeah.
it's not. It's kind of like the parallels to the NCAA. So you have all your NCAA D1, D2, D3 schools. Then you have the NAIA, which is like
Yeah.
almost like club teams. So they're not
Yeah.
like directly affiliated with the university, but they're still competing to a pretty high
Yeah.
level as well.
That
So
was it's high, but that was just so this one school. They're not necessarily good when I looked into their academics, but hopefully I'll commit soon.
yeah, let's hope for it then. Well, be sure to look out for that commitment picture.
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah.
Then I was gonna ask you. You took your commitment picture, right?
Yeah, I did.
Should I take mine? Like, when do you think I should post mine?
Well, when do you? I mean, it's up to you. Like, since you're enrolling, you haven't enrolled already, right? You start next year, or you already started this year?
No, next year.
Next year. I mean, you could take it whenever. Like, just got to get maybe wait till you're out of the boot or the cast that you're in, and then throw down a windmill commitment picture.
Yeah.
Wait for them to send you your gear, because you get like a free like warm up jersey and shoes. You might get some of that stuff when you're on campus, right? But like just let them send you the stuff and then take your photo with it.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for them to send me that, and I can't wait to go there.
Yeah, you're actually gonna do bits there, man.
Wait, can I just ask Yousef a question? Because I'm actually like,
yeah, go for it.
What's it called? Yousef, like, was there like a bunch of hats on the table? Like, did you have to choose between a couple D1 schools, or was it just like kind of a good a good luck story that you happened to get an offer from your number one choice?
Get started. So it was tough, as I told you. It was. I had to narrow it down to like 5 schools.
Wasn't there a school in like Massachusetts or like North Dakota?
Yeah, there was one in North Dakota. There was I also got Duke, but I didn't.
Wow.
I prefer North Carolina.
So are you trying to go to the league then after uni?
NBA, to be honest, I know I could make it, but I don't really know if I want to, because.
And so why don't
Yeah.
what's kind of holding you back from wanting to go to the league? Like, what's the thought process behind that?
Like that's the highest competition you can get.
Before, my aim was to play in the league, but now that I know I could, I don't really think I want to, because I want to do something challenging.
But what exactly is there that could be more challenging than playing in supposedly the best basketball league in the world? I mean, obviously you've played in the Saudi league and you dominated. So I don't know, where do you see your path taking you?
So the major I'm currently enrolled in North Carolina is engineering. So I plan to finish those 4 years and then find the job that will keep me like secured. But playing basketball, like the first 2 years of my basketball career haven't started that well. As I told you, I tore my ACLs and stuff. So, and then 2 months ago, 1 month ago actually, I also broke my ankle. So I don't really want to carry on because I'm scared I get threatening injuries.
Yousef, I just have a question about the course that you're doing in university. How do you're doing when you're doing AI like HLAA math, right?
No, I'm doing advanced math and advanced physics.
Oh, okay, that's what I was asking. Yeah, okay, that's good. So you have
yeah.
I find that more challenging than playing basketball, because basketball is a sport that I enjoy. So stuff that you enjoy, you find it easy, which is why I don't feel like there will be any challenge in the NBA. So I want to do something fun.
That makes sense. I guess a question for you then: do you think who do you think is the GOAT in your eyes? Do you see LeVar Ball as the GOAT, or yourself as the GOAT? Like, who do you think would win in a 1v1? You or LeVar Ball?
To be honest, I'll just go. Wait, so obviously Michael Jordan is the GOAT, but LeVar Ball is actually really bad because he didn't even like play basketball. He just pretended he played basketball, like he never played basketball. He played American football, but he thinks he's good at everything, which is why
Yeah.
he's actually like a disappointment to basketball and the eyes of all like future sportsmen.
But do you think you could beat him in a 1v1? Sorry, Jack.
That's right.
I could probably, because you already know I can windmill. I could probably, in a game, I could probably body him with a windmill.
Yousef, like, I mean, LeVar Ball, he's like, obviously now you probably easily take him down, but like back when he was in college, he was like, I mean, he's 6'6", 260 pounds, give or take. Like, obviously, your coach at UNC, I assume you know Roy Williams. Like, you've spoken with him. The biggest thing that he's probably told you is, you want to get like heavier, gain weight, get stronger. Like at this point in time, wouldn't you think that like LeVar Ball having like almost 100 pounds on you would affect the outcome of that game?
No, to be honest, my speed and my handling outdoes his strength and height because I can easily get past him, jump over him. So I think my attributes are way stronger than his.
Yeah, I agree. That is substitutes for it.
What does Coach Williams have installed for you at UNC for like, to bulk up and get stronger, but like maintain your versatility and speed on the court?
He actually bought rims that are 12 feet.
12-foot rims. And are you like dunking on those easy then, or?
Okay.
Sorry for the technical issues, but yeah, I was saying he actually bought 12-foot rims for me to practice jumping higher. So when I go to the 10-foot rims in North Carolina, I could like dunk on a lot of people, as even if they can get above the rim, I'll get 2 feet higher than them.
So his aim isn't really on you gaining weight; it's just you adapting to being a lighter player.
Yeah.
You've heard of John Morant. I used to train with him when I was. I didn't train. He came to Dubai. We used to be close friends, but stuff happened. But I don't really talk about it. Unfortunately, he left, which is actually bad. I don't know why I'm laughing because it's actually serious. But yeah.
So like, do you guys still have like mutual respect as players? Or?
I do remember meeting him in Damak with Yousef.
Yeah.
On and off the court, I have a lot of respect for him. But there was some technical issues that we've had. So.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
He was about to take the offer before me for North Carolina, but I think coach preferred me more than him, which
is logical.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I mean, I don't know why
your stats are much better than his,
Exactly. You can't. It's like the proof is on the paper,
Jack was actually there with me since the beginning. He's been there since I've started my basketball journey. He was actually the reason I wanted to start basketball.
Yeah.
So I actually have to give a lot of credit to Jack Chapleski.
Oh well, thanks. Yeah, it was crazy. Like just playing for fun at NAS, which isn't big into basketball, and then like he picked up a ball and it was on a string, and then he shot up like 1.5 feet in like 1 year, and now he's like 4. So I mean, the guy going from 5'3" to 6'4" in like 2 years is incredible, and like he's just like in like 6 months this guy was already better than me, and then on 2 torn ACLs he was still beating me, like if I couldn't
in the
drop
paint, everything. Yeah.
Like, and kid's a natural, what can I say?
Yeah, exactly. So just before I move on to another topic, like Yousef, do you have anything to say for the haters out there who are saying you're maybe a stat padder or king capper or anything? Like what do you have to say to them?
The thing that really annoys me is that people think like I'm lying about all of this or like lying about my basketball abilities, but as soon as I invite them to the court, they see it all for themselves. So I let my game talk. That's right. And like that's what I do.
Yeah.
Respect.
Whoever thinks I'm capping or thinks I'm overrated, just come to the court.
That's right. You show them.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So yeah, with NAS Dubai, that's the school we go to. So it's the same as the guys we had on the last episode. You know, we're all like that big group of guys. And obviously we've gone on a lot of trips with each other throughout the years. I don't know. I think our first trip was probably like 7th grade or so, year 8.
No, it was
Like,
year 7.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. So year
France.
7,
We
you guys
went to
you
France,
guys went to
yeah.
Paris, right? Year 8, you guys
Yeah.
went to where? Sri Lanka, was it?
Sri Lanka. Year
Yeah.
9 was Tanzania. Year
Dude.
10, London. 11, New York. 12, Thailand.
Yeah. So what are your guys' favorite memories from like any of those trips? Like, what would you say was like the pinnacle of maybe all the trips combined? Like any
Really,
noteworthy
like,
stories?
Bro, where do we start? You know, there's been too many, so many good memories.
Sri Lanka was great. Like,
Yeah.
just like had a good time and stuff. It was just cool. Like,
New York was a really good trip. You know, because we got to really experience like the universities there, and it was like really interesting in my opinion.
yeah,
Like,
Zach was actually like Zach. Weren't you considering Brown for like you were gonna be like English or like hotel management major?
yeah, like I wanted to do like, sorry, this is stupid. Yeah, so basically I wanted to do my undergraduate at Cornell, but due to some issues with there, I actually decided to go to Brown and study liberal arts, and then maybe do my master's like later on for like mathematics and quantum physics. As that's really what I'm like passionate about, and you know, at NAS Dubai they really teach that well, and it just, you know, it's just a great experience, and I think it's really useful in life. So yeah, that's just what I want to do, you know.
Was Yale in that picture at all? Because I remember you were really like
Well,
intrigued with the campus.
they wanted me, but they were, you know, their school was just really not where it's at. Their academics were horrible, and I preferred more of a challenge, you know. So that's that, you know.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Honestly, Brendan,
But
what's
yeah, no, you know.
Sorry, what were you saying, Jack?
have you just been to the New York trip or?
Yeah, the only trip I went on was the New York trip. If you exclude the trips Russell came on year 7.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too costly to go these other trips, and you know, my parents, they didn't really see the benefit with going to them, even though, you know, there's a lot of different real world applications of the skills that you guys picked up there, you know, in Tanzania, like building what was it, houses and like smokeless stoves and stuff for the kids there.
Like, yeah, all for the kids, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So I definitely feel like I've missed out on a big part of you know, this
Yeah.
sort of outside the classroom learning, but you know, maybe it's for the best.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna rank the top 3 best trips, it'd have to be Thailand, number 1. I think we can all agree.
I actually don't know. I don't think I can rank them like at all.
They are priceless. They are priceless trips, but Thailand, like the things that went on there were like just insane. I don't think I've ever laughed harder than.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen it like someone like have to sit and wait for you to sleep. That was so good.
Yeah, like it was immaculate, if you ask me. You know, quite splendid.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Mm.
And Yousef, you've been on a number of these trips as well. Like, are you able to rank them, or no? You're also in the same boat.
It was actually, so Thailand was my favorite trip, as I had like a off season, so I didn't have to play basketball for like a week. That was good.
1 week off season.
Yeah, but I just wanted to mention, you had a traumatic experience in year 10. What happened? Did you like faint, or what happened in London?
Year 11.
London. Remember you fainted, like that traumatic experience. Like you could have died.
Yeah.
You were in a bathtub, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. So in the London trip, I experienced a near-death experience. So I was with my roommate, and we decided to have a bachelor's party.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on. That yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a funny story because we weren't even bachelors then, but we just named it a bachelor's party, you know,
Yeah.
where we had a lot of chocolate, a lot of sweets, drinks like Pepsi,
Yeah.
7-Up, and those
Non-alcoholic drinks, by the way.
alcoholic drinks, obviously.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to go and meet. Whose room was it, Zach? Whose room were we supposed to meet in?
I think it was mine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was your room. So you set the location and the time where all the staff will be sleeping, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we chose that time. I think it was maybe 2 a.m.
Around.
So what happened after was my other friend who doesn't play sports.
So he's basically a peasant, right?
Yeah, I think he might be disabled now. But
Yeah.
he actually like lost a lot of like intelligence. So after that trip, that was the last year. He had a good year. But
What was the purpose of like the bachelor party?
to celebrate.
It was to celebrate the amount of offers he got, because he did get them quite early on.
Right.
It was just to like meet new people, have fun, and that, you know.
Oh,
And that person, I won't want
The unintelligent, the peasant,
yeah,
let's say.
Yeah, he decided to do something like not really ethical. So that's what happened. And then the police came because that thing was really unethical. And they raided the hotel, and I had to run away because obviously now that I'm a athlete, I can't have that stuff on my record. So I decided to go on a run and hide away from the police, and then I decided to find a hiding spot, which was the bathtub.
Yeah.
But somehow that person who was in that room, I think, bro, bad memories. He was like maybe a serial killer or something. So he poisoned me.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, he poisoned me.
And didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have been a drug which is really dangerous. So
like maybe was it heroin? Maybe, or
I think he injected me with that. Yes, which is a very harmful drug. He injected with it, and I just like passed out really quickly, and now I have like PTSD from bathtubs.
Like my PTSD good, you know, like all that stuff, you know.
Pop Smoke's, you know Pop Smoke, right?
Oh yeah, he's my friend. Yeah.
That song actually, whenever I listen to it in the shower, actually my fear goes away.
Yeah.
Did you like feeling?
Yeah, like all my vanishes.
Yeah.
Enter a new dimension, and all of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So with this fear of bathtubs, is it exclusively bathtubs, or is it also showers?
No, it's just bathtubs, like the shape of them. When the serial killer injected me with heroin, I just like felt something I've never felt before. Like it was a rush, like it was a dream at the same time. But then I think all my nightmares like attacked me, and I couldn't handle it, so I had to shut down. So my system like shut down, and I didn't wake up for like the next 18 hours. Yeah.
Sounds like a very interesting school trip you guys went on.
It was a very interesting, trip. Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Brendan, you're a Division 1 athlete, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm going to Michigan next year.
How was your experience? You've asked us all of our experiences. How was yours?
Yeah, I mean, my experience was kind of it was a long process, we'll call it. I mean, I started probably 7th or 8th grade, like starting like reaching out to school, like coaches and everything. Obviously they weren't allowed to actually respond to my emails till 2 years later when I was summer of 2019. So I was going into 11th grade or year 12, and 2 years of just emailing coaches with no response really is kind of tough, but it paid off in the end. I got a couple offers from like the likes of Georgia, Auburn, some of the Ivy League schools like Harvard, Princeton. But I chose Michigan in the end ultimately because that was probably one of the dream schools from the very beginning, and it was just the best kind of combination of athletics and academics as well. So go blue. Yeah.
Go blue.
Obviously not as exciting of a story as Yousef's double ACL tear, and then coming back from that in a couple months only, and then
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Nothing.
were gonna be like a dual
Yeah,
athlete as like a catcher, but
yeah, true. I did play baseball for a little bit as well, but maybe I could walk onto the team.
yeah, try. Why not?
Exactly. I have nothing to lose.
Sometimes don't you experience, like, for me, the reason I actually start like laughing about the stories and stuff is just because I can't believe how much hate we've got, like, as people from NAS. Like, we've actually got so much hate, and we just like prove them all wrong. So it's just hilarious how now that we've made it, I just think back and like start laughing,
Exactly. Like all the times that they were laughing at us, like now we really have the last laugh. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Yousef, like obviously we probably shouldn't mention names, but was there a person that stood out to you as a hater?
Honestly, I can mention the name. Zach was a hater. Like, I don't know if you remember. Like, do you remember?
When you tore your two
Yeah,
Yeah. Zach was like,
I remember that.
all your dreams are gone. Like, you're never gonna make it. But then I started
Yeah,
proving
I
it.
remember saying that.
I think Zach liked it. Like, he was like, oh, so this person is actually like really built different. And then me and him started getting along.
No, I do remember. I do remember that.
I was gonna ask you. I don't know if it's because of the fame that I've been
I
getting.
do remember that.
You actually like interacting with me, but I'm happy that I proved you wrong. But now our friendship is like better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really happy that you proved me wrong. Like, it was a rough road, but we made it in the end.
Yep. But now we're besties, so it's chill.
That's really that's a nice story.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that wraps up this episode of the FitzCast.
Wait, hold up. Before you end, I was gonna ask you, do you guys think
Right.
I should continue going to the NBA or carry on, like, build my own path? It's just I need an answer because I'm really stuck.
Jack, you want to go first?
Sure. I mean, Yousef, I'd say like do what your heart tells you. Like if you can put in hours and hours of work into it, like daily, then obviously pursue it. Because that was trippy. But like
Sorry about that.
if you feel like there's something bigger than basketball in your heart, then obviously pursue that. But like I understand that you're worried about being injury prone, but like at the end of the day, you can get a job. I mean, you're an engineering major at UNC, and like you were valedictorian at NAS. So like obviously, if basketball you feel like is just not going to be a challenge, and like you're going to put up numbers that are just easy and eventually just get boring to do. Like if you're dropping 30 every day, but that's not fun, then there's just no point. Like
the millions of dollars you're making are just like, it's too easy to make it, so you just have to do another thing.
It's really not about all that money, because you can make money. Like you can just probably just invest in everything.
You can just invest. I was about to mention. Thanks, Jack.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's my perspective, but I don't know about the rest. Of the,
If you had what's your motto? Just to invest?
Well, mine is actually like trust the process, but like I obviously just invest like constantly.
Yeah.
What's your motto?
Yeah,
Just invest.
Brendan, what's yours?
yeah, always invest. I mean, answering your question as well, like from my standpoint, I would say go to the NBA, play in it for maybe 2, 3 years, get some money, get your name established, and then take that money, invest it, and then use it to fuel your other passions, like your what was it, your engineering. You use that
Yeah.
money that you get from investing and from the NBA to fuel that.
Wow, that's actually a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
a really good idea.
I actually might go along with that because I've always wanted to go to the dunk contest.
Quite interesting.
Yeah. Are there any other final remarks or questions then from anyone else?
Who's
Are you like?
We could talk about the All-Star game, but that's probably for another episode.
Yeah, we could save it for the next episode.
I just wanted to ask Brennan, like, are you like trying to get or?
As in like get money, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, because then I can take that money and I can just invest it. You always have to invest. Like
Yeah.
never stop investing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
But like
That's the
not
business.
not that way. Gets like, are you like trying to get?
Like, so basically, what's your advice for Yousef, Zach?
Yousef, I personally think you should go to the NBA for maybe like 2 months.
To be honest, I don't want to start any
you're gonna-
fights. I don't want any of your like opinions because you didn't really think I would make it this far anyway. So I like you can keep that to yourself.
Yeah, I sorry. Yeah, my bad, Yousef. But I'm just gonna say it anyway. Like, I think you should like just do basketball, leave the NBA after like a year, get your money, and just like invest in like different businesses, and pursue being an engineer. And yeah,
To be honest, I'm not gonna hold a grudge against you, so I'll keep that in the back of my head, but
okay,
I'll take it into account.
okay.
Well, I guess that's everything for today then. That's all our final remarks addressed. So I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time out of your evening to be a part of the FitzCast. It was really great talking to you guys.
Number one podcast in the world.
Yep.
Hopefully one day.
One day it will be.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Like and subscribe.